welcome back to the channel. As usual, I am your host, Sellssi. So, news coming up from reports making the rounds is that Edmund Addo, yes, the man who made his, not his debut, but his big game debut and statement versus Real Madrid in the Champions League with his club side Sheriff, who beat Real Madrid, is going to earn a late call-up. He's set to replace one Ghanaian player who will not be able to make it to the World Cup qualifiers exactly a week away from today. We'll be looking at all that today. We'll also be talking about Columbus Crew defender captain. He scored in their win yesterday night in a cup game in which they won. We're also talking about YARA Sports Stadium. Ahead of the new season next month, the YARA Sports Stadium was analyzed and it has not been approved. We'll be looking at why that is. As usual, subscribe if you have not. Click on the notification bell to get more updates. We'll start off from the camp of Edmund Addo, who, after his side's shock 2-1 defeat against Real Madrid at the Santiago Bernabeu, has become a topic of discussion. Old videos popping up of him making or talking about his time at Trump Academy. He was talking about playing outside the country, and well, he spoke it into existence, and it has happened for him. This young man is being considered for the Ghana Black Stars. A late call-up is in the works for him. It is reported that the GFA are in contact with him to replace ALFRED DUNCAN, who has suffered an injury that has ruled him out of the game between Ghana and Zimbabwe, the double header. It's reported that DUNCAN cannot make that game, and that Edmund Addo and now Sheriff midfielder will be there in his stead. Now, the Ghanaian midfielder will reportedly be handed a late call-up to join the Black Stars for the upcoming World Cup qualifier doubleheader versus Zimbabwe in October. The Moldova-based player is said to have been contacted by the GFA to join the team's camp next week for the crucial games. Addo is coming to replace ALFRED DUNCAN, who is injured and will not honor Milovan Rajevac's call-up, having been included in the 32-man provisional squad. Addo has been in great form this season, and his call-up, if confirmed, will be deserved. On Tuesday, he excelled as a debutant in the Champions League. Sheriff produced a great upset in the Champions League by beating 13-time European champions Real Madrid at the Santiago Bernabeu. Addo, usually deployed as a holding midfielder, joined the Moldovan champions in the summer and has established himself as a key player. He hasn't missed a game this season, with a total of 12 appearances so far. The Black Stars will take on the Warriors on the 9th of October at the Cape Coast Sports Stadium and 12 in Harare, Zimbabwe. Great news there coming off the front of Edmund Addo. A lot of you wanted him called up. I was of the opinion that we should proceed with caution when calling him up, but it looks like ALFRED DUNCAN's injury has given him a space in that midfield. 32 players have been called up. I brought you that story this week. Earlier on Monday, the Black Stars coach Milovan Rajevac basing his call-up mostly on the last call-up Siki Akono made. A lot of you had mixed reactions to it, but what do you think about Edmund Addo's inclusion? Well, I'm optimistic that he will do well for us, but you never know with these call-ups. He might be good for his club and not be able to replicate that in his country, but we'll see and hope that he can do that, and he can be important in our qualifiers. He can help us to make it through to the World Cup next winter. It's a winter World Cup, you have to know that, and clubs might have to break for the World Cup. But Edmund Addo, late call-up coming. Deserved? Happy? Let me know in the comments box what you think. My next story has to do with Columbus Crew man who is in the Black Star squad, Jonathan Mensah. He was on target for his club side as they lifted a trophy this season, the first trophy of the season in the Campeones Cup. The captain Jonathan Mensah scored as MLS champions Columbus Crew, who is the beat Mexican champions Cruz Azul 2-0 on Wednesday night to win the 2021 Campeones Cup. The Ghana International Powerful's header sealed the win for black and gold in the 74th minute. Lucas Zelleran's tantalizing free kick resulted in an own goal as it put them ahead. The goals helped Columbus Crew to win their first continental silverware. They also became the second consecutive MLS team to win the 4-year-old trophy after Atlanta United defeated Club America 3-2 in 2019. The Campeones Cup is contested between the defending MLS champion and Mexico's defending campeón, the Campeones winner. So Ghanaian player Harrison Affle is also there. Jonathan Mensah with a goal in the final to help his side to lift that trophy. Great feat for him. He will be returning to he was in the last Black Stars, a team that played versus South Africa. Unfortunate result there, but he will be making a return once again to the Black Stars team when they square up with Zimbabwe here in Cape Coast and in Harare. But congratulations to him and Harrison Affle having a great time in the United States MLS. We wish them all the very best and hope they get through to win the trophy once again this season for their club. My final story has to do with the YARA Sports Stadium and why it has not been accepted as one of the venues for the Ghana Premier League season. Ahead of the season, which kicks off on the 29th of October, inspections were taken and it has come out that the YARA Sports Stadium, which had been closed down for renovation for 18 months, was officially declared open but has not been approved by the club licensing board. The venue is home to Premier League sides Asante Kotoko and Kemfesa Babies. The two teams had to play their home games away last season due to the closure of the facility. Kotoko were in Accra for their home games before moving to Obuasi Lenkle for the second half of the season. The club license board embarked on a tour to check the venues and approve it for usage ahead of the coming season. Only 4 venues were approved or granted conditional license to operate, with the others including the newly renovated YARA Sports Stadium, Theatre of Dreams, and 9 others having their license revoked. The decisions were taken based on reports received of the club licensing manager from the inspection of the facilities. The club licensing committee was not satisfied with the report of all venues submitted. However, 4 venues, namely Wafa Park, Aliu Mahama Stadium, Cape Coast, and Lenkle Stadium, have been granted conditional approval pending the correction or defect as stated in the inspection report by 18th October. Meanwhile, 15 clubs have had their main venues conditionally rejected pending a re-inspection to ascertain the status of the recommendations. The club license committee will be making final decisions on the venues after the final inspection on October 18th. The decisions on the match venues will be final for that period for the first round. Shall review decisions of the match venues to update the venue list before the start of the second round of the season, and that is it there. YARA Sports Stadium has not been approved. Some works still need to be done. Conditionally rejected. A defect must be done before the 18th of October 2021 for re-inspection and probably approval. So they know what to do. Kumasi Asante Kotoko fans would want to be at the YARA Sports Stadium this season. Many feel that is why they could not challenge Accra Heartful, who had a lot of their matches being played at home, which was an advantage for them. So they would want their home venue back, and hopefully the club licensing committee will approve it. So that has been it for today. A late call up in the works for Edmund Addo. Happy about that? Columbus Crew defender scores a goal. Jonathan Mensah on target. He and Harrison Affle are enjoying their time in the MLS, and YARA Sports Stadium rejected as one of the venues for the upcoming Premier League season. I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a great day. Enjoy the week.